Hello, Steffen. We had a very interesting debate just half an hour ago on Aid for Trade and Trade for Aid. What's the new deal? What is UNIDO's approach and what is UNIDO's perspective on Aid for Trade and why is it important?
In fact, UNIDO is in Aid for Trade since quite a number of decades already. But Aid for Trade, through the initiative that was led by WTO and the branding that went along with this initiative, has become much more prominent. And so in UNIDO we grouped our services, our technical assistance services, around an approach on trade capacity building. Now, today UNIDO is one of the most important or biggest agencies in terms of provision of aid for trade or trade-related technical assistance.
I heard Pascal Lamy saying at one former general conference, UNIDO and the WTO, that's kind of the two sides of the same coin. Could you maybe elaborate on this, what he meant with this?
Yeah, this is true. He called us like two sides of a same coin, in the sense that WTO is setting the rules of the international trading system, the multilateral trading system, and UNIDO is assisting countries to implement these WTO agreements. In particular, this is for instance, an agreement on technical barriers to trade, on TPTs, or on sanitary and phytosanitary measures, on SPS measures.
What is UNIDO's approach in the area of aid for trade? Because there are many players, but what is UNIDO's specific approach?
But in a nutshell, what UNIDO does is we assist countries to develop competitive supply, productive supply capacity. We assist countries in development of compliance infrastructure, quality infrastructure, and we assist producers or exporters in countries to connect to international markets.
And what does it mean concretely? I mean, can you elaborate a bit further? Compliance infrastructure or competitive industries? What can a normal person understand with this?
In sense of competitive supply capacity, for instance, what we do is we develop business advisory services in countries so that the enterprises can access services on, let's say, on productivity, on process technology, on energy efficiency, on cleaner production, on resource efficiency, on compliance with standards, be that for food safety, for quality, for hygiene management. So it's this kind of services that we provide to enterprises to make them more competitive. In sense of development of compliance or quality infrastructure, what we do is we work with setting up standard bodies, we develop product testing laboratories, we work for the upgrading of inspection services in countries or services for certification of companies. What we also do is we assist countries or producers to connect, and connection with markets, we mean connecting them to international buyers or retailers
Okay. Just to wrap up, maybe could you summarize a bit our contribution to the Aid for Trade agenda, and also maybe what's the benefit of partnerships in this?
I think it's a very rewarding contribution. For us, it's very rewarding, this contribution that we can make to Aid for Trade. On one side, we are pulling together a lot of expertise that we have available within UNIDO. I think it's a very diverse range of expertise that is available that we can offer to our member states. But on the other side, it's also a very nice intervention area where we can link up with partners outside UNIDO. We bundle our own expertise with expertise that is available in member states. For instance, we work a lot with quality infrastructure institutions in France, like AFNOR for standardization or COFRAC for accreditation. So we bring this expertise from member states, a lot from EU member states, to the table when we work in quality infrastructure. But we also work with private sector, and we bring private sector partners into this Aid for Trade contribution. And I think this is something that it's indeed a very rewarding activity if you can help countries to export their fish to Europe, export their horticulture products to international markets. I think this is where we can make a very original and interesting contribution. In a way, this is what we see as our contribution to inclusive, sustainable industrial development.
Okay, thank you very much, and let's continue the good work.